All right. So, this is kind of me talking about some of the stuff that's been announced for Lego Dimensions and their Year 2 expansion. And I guess Lego Dimensions is the only game in town with the with the figurine slash figurine to video game type game console. I guess Skylanders is still going, but who cares about that anymore? And apparently Disney Infinity has thrown in the towel. They've stopped making figures, which I was like, oh, you could have made so many more. You just came out with Nick and Judy, so and you also had Baloo. You had some other characters. Come on. No, they closed up shop, and apparently Disney said they're stopped doing video games, and I was like, what? Anyway, so with this news, it looks like Lego Dimensions, I think, is the only game in town. Now, they made a minor announcement. Well, they're going to make a bigger announcement this Thursday, but they made a minor announcement for what characters are going to be, what universes, I should say, are going to be now added into Lego Dimensions. Because, as if you guys already know, this universe is, this game is already pretty big. You've got such, you've got universes ranging from Ghostbusters, Wizard of Oz, The Simpsons, Doctor Who, Back to the Future, Scooby-Doo. You've got, Jurassic Park. You've got so many characters from so many other universes, and they're just like, you know what? Let's add more. That's literally what they're doing. They're literally like, you know what? This game's not big enough as it is. Let's make it bigger. The best part about Lego Dimensions is that you don't need another console. It's not like with Skylanders and Disney Infinity, where you would need another upgraded console to play all the characters. This one, it's just one console. All you need to do is get the figures. That's literally all you need to do. They were SMRT on that one. But yeah, I think this is really cool. But yeah, let's talk about some. They are going to announce more universes, but they have announced universes so far. A few. They have actually. Yeah, they've announced a few so far, and I thought that would give me enough to talk about some of the stuff for Lego Dimensions. So they have announced something. The first one they announced was like something I kind of figured would eventually be in this game series. It's Harry Potter. I'm not the big. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I don't hate it. I don't hate Harry Potter, and I understand it has a huge fan base behind it. Me personally, I've just never been the biggest. I just could never get into it. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into Harry Potter. I've seen two of the I saw the first two movies, but that's literally about it. Honestly, I've never really been a fan of the movies or the books. But I understand. But I do have fans who are. I do have friends. Excuse me. Yeah, I do have friends who are giant fans of it, and that's totally fine. I'm a fan of stuff that they're not, and that's totally fine. To each his own. I bear no ill will if you're a fan of Harry Potter. But again, I kind of figured this would be something that they would do. I figured the Lego Harry Potter universe in this game already was going to happen. I was pretty goddamn sure that this was going to be one of their universes. I pretty much figured that would be the case. So, with that being said, I kind of figured Harry Potter would be one of them, and I wasn't surprised. Let's talk about the other three that did. Let's talk about the other three that did. Well, the three I know of that got announced. There may have been more than announced. I just saw the article and said that there are four that got announced, and the other three did surprise me. First off being Adventure Time. Yeah, a Lego Adventure Time universe. And I literally went, holy crap, does this mean we're getting Lego Adventure Time figures? I sure as fuck hope so. I really, really, really want a Lego Adventure Time Lego set. I would shell out money for that, just for the figures, yeah. I'm really cool with this. I think, Adventure Time has probably been one of the, it's obviously one of the biggest cartoons of Cartoon Network. It was the start, say what you want if how Adventure Time's kind of gone off the rails in the later seasons, or if you're still a fan of it or whatever, you can argue, till the cows come home on how Adventure Time's been going lately. But you cannot deny that Adventure Time, if it was not for Adventure Time, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't have gotten out of the CN Real stuff. It was the start of the modern age of Cartoon Network. This is why we have now Amazing World of Gumball, Steven Universe, We Bare Bears. It's the reason why we have all those shows. Unfortunately, we still have Teen Titans Go, but, it's a black eye compared to everything else. Everything else it kind of makes up for that show. So yeah, I'm really excited for a Lego Adventure Time universe. Obviously Finn and Jake are going to be characters. I'm really hoping for Ice King, Marceline, and Bubblegum to be characters as well, and I'm pretty sure BMO is going to be a character. Also, you need Lumpy Space Princess to be a figurine character. I would buy that shit in a heartbeat. So Adventure Time really shocked me. Then came the announcement that Powerpuff Girls was going to be a Lego universe in Lego Dimensions, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But then I thought, wait a minute, is this going to be the reboot, or excuse me, is this going to be the continuation or the original series? Obviously, you guys already know, I'm kind of already rooting for. I want this to be the original series. I really do want this to be the original series. So, and I would think that they would play it. Lego would play it smart and go original series, because I think they would understand. Yeah, that's how we get bigger fans. That was how we would get the bigger audience, is through saying, hey, this is the original series. You can play no Green Lantern powers and stuff like that. But I have the sneaking suspicion it may be the new continuity. So I'm hoping for the original continuity, but regardless, I was like, look at that. I mean, obviously, yeah, I know they have a lot of they're doing a lot of the Hanna-Barbera stuff, and I know they're not going to do. They have a thing with Warner. I know they have a thing with Hanna-Barbera and Warner Brothers, so that's why we haven't seen any Marvel or Disney characters in Lego Dimensions, because yeah, Disney didn't want to have their characters in there, and it wasn't because you have DC characters. It was like, no, we have Disney Infinity. Go do your own thing. But now there's no Disney Infinity, so who knows? Maybe we'll get Marvel character. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Marvel and Lego Star Wars. Maybe we'll get Lego Marvel characters in this game now. But yeah, getting back to this. So yeah, Powerpuff Girls. I like the idea, but I like it, but I'm hoping it's the original series. And finally, this was the one that made me go, wow. Yeah. Now you're probably wondering, why did I have a Sonic picture on this? Why did I have it on this video? Yeah, Sonic is going to be in Lego Dimensions. A Lego Sonic series. What? What? I didn't even... Are they planning to do Lego Sonic figures? Because I would love to buy, like, a whole Death Egg set. I would love to buy a set to build the Death Egg. I would just buy that shit in a heartbeat. So yeah, I would. That's really cool that Sega allowed them to do a Lego Sonic series. So yeah, yeah, we have Doctor Who. Now think about it. We now have Portal, Doctor Who, Sonic, Ghostbusters, Scooby-Doo, Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time. There are so many, this game, Lego Dimensions, even though, yeah, it's Lego. It's obviously, it's the Lego version. It's not the actual characters, it's the Lego version. But still, that shit is awesome. You literally have all these, licenses and titles all together to do something like this. And I don't care if it's Lego. I love the Lego movie. I love Legos. Fuck you, I love Legos. So this is really cool that, yeah, it's the Lego Sonic, but it's still Sonic, and you can have him team up with Homer and the Doctor. Just let that shit sink in your head. Just digest how amazing that is. And that's the other thing. They haven't, those are just the first 4, and those are the 4 I know of. And they've talked about other licenses that they've talked about. They've talked about other licenses that they're going to announce for the Year 2 expansion. So, holy shit, there's going to be more. So, yeah, the mind races of who else could be in this game. Who else could, guest star in this game, and what other characters could you have in here? There's a possibility we could get... I would love to get a Lego Steven Universe. Just have Steven Universe in this game. I would love to have... Again, I doubt we'll get Disney or Marvel in general, because, But again, with Disney Infinity no longer a thing, it could be possible that Disney would go, all right, here you go, you can use our characters in our because you have the Lego license. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get that, but I wouldn't put money on we won't get any Lego Star Wars or Marvel or Disney characters anytime soon. So, I'm not going to mention any of those. So, I would love to see, again, Lego Steven Universe. Perfect. If that means Lego sets of Steven Universe, then I'm all for it. I would love to see, what's another one that, Lego, Um, trying to think of what other, because I almost said Doctor Who, and I was like, no, they have that. They have that. Peter Capaldi voiced the Doctor. Um, so, I don't know. There's so many titles they've already taken. Who knows? Maybe we'll get... I'm not going to say anime or anything like that, because I don't think they'll go too crazy, but I'm pretty sure even though they announced, Sonic Adventure Time and Powerpuff Girls and Harry Potter, I have this sneaking suspicion that they've saved more crazier Lego universes for this game. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think of the announcement for Lego Dimensions Year 2 expansion? Are you guys excited? Do you guys like it that, we're getting Sonic Adventure Time, Harry Potter, and Powerpuff Girls? Are you guys all, and what other, who else do you think will show up in Lego Dimensions? They said this is just the beginning, so let's see what else they got. But anyway, let's be a little realistic. I would love to see it because we could get Marvel and DC characters together, again, Lego, but yeah. Oh, I bet you this is probably going to happen. I bet you we're going to get Ninja Turtles. We're probably going to get... No, do we? I think we already have Lego Ninja Turtles. Yeah, we already have the Ninja Turtles in this game. I'm pretty sure we do. I think... Do we? There's so many licenses in Lego Dimensions that it's really hard to keep track sometimes. But anyway, so you guys tell me, are you guys excited for Lego Dimensions Series 2? And just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.